have our broadcast. Sorry about that.
So annoying.
But I mean, when I submit, I'll just make a note. I'll just let her know, hey, there was a internet
technical difficulty.
Yeah.
Well, so are you doing the quadratic formula right now, Connor?
Quadratic formula?
Yeah, because it's x squared plus 2.
Yeah, I just put x squared plus 2 equals 0, and then I'm solving for x.
Okay.
That work too?
Maybe.
What did you get for the answers?
Plus or minus I squared of 2. And the second one was plus or minus I. I guess that would work.
Yeah, that's what I got too. Okay, sweet.
Sweet. But I already had like the quadratic formula written out from the last time I did x squared plus 4, so I just like changed the c.
Oh yeah, nice. Okay.
Yeah. So that was just easy for me, but whatever works for you. And then what did you get for the 5 factors? Or the 5 zeros, I guess.
So I guess that'd be 0, plus or minus I, and then plus or minus I square root of 2.
Yes.
Yep.
That's what I got.
Yeah. Cool.
Sweet, sweet. All right, number 3. Square root of 2x plus 1 minus square root of x equals 1. What do you want to do for this one?
In one of the homework problems, they tell us to isolate the more complicated radical and then square both sides.
Okay, let's do that.
I'm going to do that.
2x plus 1 equals 1 plus the square root of x. So we have 2 x.
That was weird.
Okay. So I got 2x plus 1 equals x plus 2 square root x plus 1.
Wait, you got 2x plus 1 equals x what?
X plus 2 square root of x plus 1.
Yeah, yep.
Sweet.
And then we can actually just solve for x. Right?
So yeah, I'm going to put everything on one side. So 3x plus, or I guess minus. Never mind. So it's going to be x minus 2 square root x plus 0. So just that equals 0.
Wait, what if we subtract the x and 1 over, that gets us just x on one side though, right? And then so be x equals 2 times square root of x, right?
X equals, yeah, I guess we could do that.
I mean, I think it could be done both ways. You do your way, I'll try this way. So you got it into a quadratic form?
Yeah. So I got -2, 0, and 2.
For your answers?
Mm-hmm.
Looks like on here it's saying we need 0 and 4.
Yeah.
0 and 4?
Yeah, 0 and 4.
What? Where is it saying that? In the...
Yeah, the answer key.
Okay, so what did I do wrong then? So I had x equals 2 square root of 2, and then not 2, square root of x, I mean. Sorry, guys. So I squared both sides. X squared equals 4x minus 4x, and then I factored out an x and quantity x minus 4, and then I thought it was difference of squares, so I did x plus minus 2 and x plus 2.
Wait, you said x squared equals 4x squared?
X squared equals 4x.
X squared equals 4x. Wouldn't x squared just equal x squared?
How would that work?
Wait, are you saying, so when you say x squared equals 4x, how are you getting the 4 in there?
Because you have to, because I have a 2 that's being squared.
So you're multiplying that, so after you square the x, you're multiplying the 2 into it?
Okay, I'll just show you. So, let me see here.
Yeah.
I had,
X plus 1.
let's see, right here-ish. Am I pointing at the right spot?
Yeah, so you get
2 square root of x, and then I square both sides, so then you're squaring the 2 and the square root of x, so then it's going to be 4x.
Okay, yeah, I see that.
Yeah, and then I subtracted 4x, and then I factored out an x, and then I got that, which means x would equal these. So I don't know what I did wrong.
Sense. Yeah, let's see. X squared. I don't know what else you could.
Because it was a difference of squares, so.
X squared minus 4x equals 0. Yeah, I'm getting -2 and +2 as well.
So -2 is probably extraneous.
But we don't even have a 0 or a... Oh, wait. No, we don't even have a 0 or a 4, though.
Oh, I know what I did wrong.
Huh.
It's because when I factored out the x, it was x and x minus 4, so I can't factor that because it's just already an x, so I would just do x minus 4 equals 0, and then it would be 4.
There we go.
Woohoo!
Wait.
You found it.
So so when you factored out, when you're done writing, can you show me again?
Okay. So let me look at what I'm doing here. Okay, so I had x squared minus 4x. I factored out an x, so it was x and x minus 4. And then I tried to factor the x minus 4, but you can't factor that. So it's you just set it equal to 0.
Oh, yeah, so you got x equals 0, and then x minus 4 equals 0, and then you've got x equals 0. Okay, or 4, yeah. Okay, sweet.
Yeah. Yep. That was easier than I made it.
Do you know how lost we'd be without you, though?
Nope.
I'm like, I do, so.
Well, we would be very, very lost.
That's so sweet. Good thing I wasn't out partying last night.
Yeah.
Okay. So for this next one, x minus 2 to the negative 5 halves.
5. But
So that just means What? Okay. The negative 5th root of that squared?
Do you have to flip it though, since it's a negative on top or something?
Something. I don't remember what you do with negative exponents.
There's like no. I looked through all the resources. Like I didn't look search for video or book stuff, but like even the homework, I'm like halfway done with the homework for the second homework assignment for this stuff, and there's nothing like this in there.
All I know is this isn't going to be a happy number.
Okay, if you have a negative exponent, then like if I had x to the negative 4th, then I would change that into 1 over x to the 4th.
Yeah, so this will become.
This whole thing would be put under 1. So instead it'll be 1 over x minus 2 to the 5/2 equals 32.
Can you show me what you wrote there?
Yeah. So, ta-da.
Oh, so you just the 1 over x to the 5. Okay.
Yeah.
So the 5 stays where it is. It's still on top. It's just no longer negative.
Yeah. Wait, I think. Let's see if there's an example here with fractions.
I'm going to try. Have you guys ever used Wolfram Alpha?
Heard of it.
It's really nice. You can type in problems like this into it, and it'll solve it and give you step by step on how to do it.
Oh.
How do you have all these random resources, Jaden?
I just, compiled them, I guess. I know a guy, and
I know a guy.
He sells stuff on the Russian black market now.
Oh, wow. How'd you meet that guy?
Going to the Russian black market. No. No,
I don't think. No, I don't think you would flip the fraction of the exponent, because if you did, then like if it was like x squared, x to the negative 2, I mean, then when you put it on the bottom, it would be 1 over x to the 1/2.
Okay, so then
See,
what do
but
we?
that's not the rule.
So what do we do at this point then?
So it's just.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
So at this point, we can
all right, I've got it.
Do you want to tell us, Jaden?
So it says first solve for x over the real numbers, then take the reciprocals of both sides, and it just puts 32, 1 over 32, and then it looks like, yeah. Let's see. Can you read that?
Yeah, I just gotta stop moving. Okay. Reciprocals of both sides.
Wait, that's a positive 5 over 2.
Why is it 5 over 2 instead of negative 5 over 2?
Did it switch that on me?
Come on, Jaden. It's basic stuff.
No, I put it in right.
Unacceptable.
It switches it at some point, though. Once it puts the 1 over the 32, it takes out that negative 5. Well, it takes out the negative.
So you don't have to do the 1 over x over you don't have to do the 1 over x minus 2 to the negative fifth over 2. You just you leave that the same as it is, but take the negative off since you flipped the 32.
Yeah.
Huh.
And then it looks like it does everything to the second power. So
I'm just not so sure about this.
So like it just takes it off of the one side, and then the other side becomes 1024 with the 1 on top.
So what's the answer to that one say? Because we can compare it to this one.
X equals 9/4, which is what the answer is on ours.
Yeah, that's right. Can I see your screen again? I'm hoping there'll be more like this in the homework.
Okay, so it looks like you could go to the other side instead. Equals 1 over 32. Then square and square. That's going to be minus 2.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Are you squaring both sides or square rooting?
It turned off.
I think you just square it.
Shouldn't it be a square root though?
I don't know. Wait, let me see. It says raise both sides to the power of 2.
So that's why the 2. So wait. 1.
Because then the 2 disappears from one side, and the other side's raised by the power of 2.
Oh, and that's what. So then the 2 goes away on both sides, and you're just left with the 5.
And then you do take fifth roots of both sides. And then that leaves you with a 1/4 equals. Actually, let me read that the right way. It leaves you with x minus 2 equals 1/4, and then you add 2 to both sides, and that gives you 9/4.
Okay, so I understand now, because x minus 2 it was the square root of that, so you squared both sides, and then you took the fifth root. That makes sense.
Yeah. That makes more sense now.
So
Heads up, guys. I'm probably got to leave in about 10-ish minutes, unfortunately.
okay, then let's move on.
Sorry.
It's okay. So for this next one, let's do u substitution. So u squared minus 18u equals, or just plus 72.
So u is x squared.
And then we'll just factor that. U minus, not, wait.
So you're plugging in u for all the x squareds only?
You plug in u for x squared minus x.
Oh, okay. That's a good idea. U squared minus 18u minus 72 equals 0. Is that factorable? Yeah. Right? Wait.
Yeah. Should be. Because you could do 12 and 6.
Yeah, there we go. 12 and 6.
So minus 12 minus 6. So u equals 12 and 6, and then you're going to plug back in the what we had originally for u. So you plug in x squared minus x equals 12, and x squared minus x equals 6, and then you'll just treat those like regular quadratics. Does that make sense?
So then we just solve, so we could either plug into the quadratic equation or solve for x.
What?
So we could either, after we've got x squared minus x equals 12 and 6, then we could either set that into a quadratic formula and use the quadratic formula, or we could just solve for x at this point.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah. Do we want to finish that one?
No, I think we can move on. Unless do you want to do this one, Jaden?
No.
Okay. So the next one is absolute value. X squared minus 6, and the absolute value equals 5x. So what are we going to do for this one? I'm going to let someone else take this one.
So I think we can just we can set this up as x squared minus 6 equals 5x and x squared plus 6 equals 5x, right?
I think so.
And then we just solve. And then we should get 4 answers. Or
yeah. So it's just going to end up being 2 quadratics again. So x squared minus 5x minus 6 equals 0. And x squared minus 5x plus 6 equals 0. And then we'll just solve like that.
And then we can just plug
back or by quadratic formula.
I always call it the quadratic equation. Formula.
Okay. It's a formula because you plug things in.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Okay, for the last one, so it's x to the 4th minus 14x squared equals, or plus 45 equals 0. You can just do the thing that I taught you on number 3 with treating it like it's a normal quadratic and just factor it or do whatever that way. Just remember that instead of putting x in the end thing, you put x squared.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're going to do x. So in this one, we wouldn't factor on an x though, right? First, we just treat it like a quadratic right away.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or I guess you could leave it equal to 45 and factor out an x squared.
Yeah, I guess so.
But I wouldn't do it that way.
So then in the end, you should get x. You should get 2 parentheses with x squared into them, and then whatever adds up and multiplies to those 2 numbers.
Yeah, or if you have to, you can use the quadratic formula.
Yeah.
Just make sure that at the end, put x squared equals the answer, and then continue with that.
Okay. So I'm like, okay, I got 9 and, oh, here we go. Yeah, okay. Yep, cool.
Okay. For number 2, or like find a polynomial with real coefficients. So we're just going to do x minus 2 and x. Okay, so remember the concept of conjugate pairs?
I think so.
So whenever you have an x minus I, you can also do x, or a 1 minus I, you can also do a 1 plus I.
Right, yeah.
So in one, we're going to have x minus 1 minus I, and then in the other, we're going to have x minus 1 plus I.
So altogether, that's x minus parentheses 1 minus I parentheses.
Yeah.
And then and then plus another one, or
so first parentheses x minus 2, second parentheses x minus 1 minus I, parentheses x minus 1 plus I.
Then parentheses x.
Sorry, I'm not following it very well when you say it. Can I see what you wrote?
Okay, my paper is all mixed up here. It's right here.
Oh, parentheses. Okay, and then yeah. Oh yeah. Cool.
And then you would just FOIL the first pair and then FOIL in the last one. And get the long one that it should be x to the third something something something.
Cool. Yeah. Okay. Sweet.
Yep. So do you want to finish one of them, that one, or anything? How much time do you have left?
Yeah, I'm gonna run now, but these I know how to do now after that. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just
Perfect.
a little slower. You're so fast at these. Like I can't believe how quickly you do these.
Yeah.
I wish I could do them that fast.
Well, I've had a lot of practice, I guess.
I wonder what happened to Matthew.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, like,
Hopefully he didn't trip and fall somewhere, hit his head.
yeah.
We just don't know where he is.
I mean, like he showed up earlier, so I'm fine with giving him participation points.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is all my fault that Matthew doesn't have participation points.
All your fault.
Always.
We'll just give him your points.
Yeah, just give Matthew all my points. Give him 20.
Okay, sweet. And then I'll now put you at what, -20 then?
Yeah, put me in -20 because I don't actually contribute to this group at all.
Yeah, not at all.
No.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
I'll just put and then Thursday at 9. We good for that, or do you guys want to do a different day?
Thursday at 9 works for me. I'll wake
Works
up.
for me.
Okay.
No
All right,
late night
we'll plan on
partying that night.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. See you guys.